Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to talk about that football star whose grandmother took care of him and held the family together. Moving from one country to another, sometimes here, sometimes there. The culture of nearly 3 different countries is blended inside him. Yes, my friends, I'm talking about Lamine Yamal, who has shaken the world at such a young age. Lamine Yamal Nasraoui Ebana was born on July 13, 2007, in Esplugues de Llobregat, in the Barcelona metropolitan area of Catalonia, Spain. But his story begins long before that, with his grandparents. His paternal grandmother was the first to arrive. She came alone from Morocco, sneaking onto a bus and making her way through Algeciras and Granada before finally reaching Mataró. Once there, she worked morning, afternoon, and night shifts to save enough money to bring her children, including Lamine's father, who had stayed behind in Morocco with his sister. When she had saved enough, she paid a woman to bring them to Spain. On his mother's side, the story was similar. His mother, Sheila Ebana, came from Equatorial Guinea with her own mother and settled in Barcelona. Lamine's parents, Monir Nasraoui, Moroccan, and Sheila Ebana, Equatorial Guinean, met in Barcelona. They raised Lamine with a strong sense of identity, and he remains deeply proud of his multicultural heritage, Moroccan, Equatorial Guinean, and Spanish. He even wears boots with the flags of Morocco and Equatorial Guinea on them. Lamine's childhood was humble and marked by constant movement. His family lived in a residence for young parents, where meals were provided for everyone. He described their life simply: a friend would lend us a room, and that's where we stayed. He grew up primarily in Rocafonda, a working-class neighborhood in the town of Mataró, about 20 miles from Barcelona. Rocafonda is one of the poorest areas in the region. About half of its 11,000 residents are classified as at risk of poverty. Many flats lack basic amenities like lifts, and evictions are a daily occurrence as families struggle to pay rent. Despite the hardships, this neighborhood shaped him. It was on the concrete courts and asphalt pitches of Rocafonda that Lamine learned to play football. He played against older, tougher boys, which forged his skills and resilience. "I spent more time at the park than at home," he recalled. "Every time I set foot in the street it was to play football." His family was large and close-knit. He lived in a modest household with his parents, grandmother, uncle, auntie, and 4 cousins. His father worked in construction and his mother as a waitress. She even worked at McDonald's at one point. The family was too poor to own a car or pay for training sessions, but they always supported his talent. When Lamine was around 3 years old, his parents separated. "I would go to school, come back, train, and at night I'd see my mother, who had to leave for work at 6, Lamine recalled. She couldn't spend much time with him because of work, but she always made sure dinner was ready when she came home at night. His father, Monir, was a constant presence. He would take Lamine to play football from the age of about 6, always bringing sandwiches that his grandmother had made for him. Lamine started playing organized football at just 4 years old for his local side, CF La Torreta. His mother, Sheila, had met a local footballer named Inocenti Diaz, who encouraged her to sign him up. Inocenti immediately recognized something special. You could tell he was special. He seemed touched by a magic wand. His exceptional talent was evident from the start. The president of La Torreta, along with a scout, played crucial roles in guiding him toward Barcelona rather than Espanyol, who were also interested.
By the age of 7, Lamine was spotted by a scout from Barcelona and brought to the club's renowned youth academy, La Masia. This move would change his life. La Masia saved his career. When he was 12 years old, he had lost certain habits related to studying, rest, and nutrition. The academy intervened and helped him get back on track. His progress through the ranks was astonishing. In his second year at Barcelona, he scored 56 goals in 30 matches. He often played 4 age groups above his own. By 14 years old, he was playing for Barcelona's Juvenile A U19 side. Coaches who worked with him at La Masia insisted, "I haven't seen a player like him since Leo," a reference to Lionel Messi.
Soon after his 15th birthday, Lamine was invited to train with Barcelona's first team by then head coach Xavi Hernandez. Xavi was so impressed that within months, he handed Lamine his debut. On April 29, 2023, at just 15 years, 9 months, and 16 days old, Lamine Yamal made his first team debut for Barcelona in a 4-0 win against Real Betis. He became the youngest player ever to represent Barcelona's first team. More records followed. Youngest player to start a Champions League match. Youngest player to score a goal for Barcelona. Youngest player to debut and score in La Liga. Lamine made his debut for Spain's U15 side in February 2022. But it was at Euro 2024 that he truly announced himself to the world. At just 16 years old, he became the youngest player ever to feature at a men's European Championship. In the semi-final against France, he scored a stunning goal, becoming the youngest ever scorer in Euros history at 16 years and 362 days old. He also provided an assist in the final as Spain beat England to win the tournament. He finished the tournament with 1 goal and 4 assists. Every time Lamine scores, he holds up his fingers to form the numbers 304. This is the postcode of Rocafonda, 08304, the humble neighborhood where he grew up. It's his way of honoring his roots and the community that shaped him. Please subscribe my channel and give your views in comment.